Welcome everyone. Mark here with Uber Hints. Today we're going to talk about breaking news about Uber that appeared in USA Today and a letter that I got from a viewer. Let's talk about it. Welcome everyone. Mark here with Uber Hints. Breaking news story in USA Today. The most popular pickup places for Uber are sports stadiums, bars, and casinos. I was going to do a whole video on this, but what's left to say? You know, tomorrow's breaking news in USA Today is going to be the moon isn't a planet and ice is cold. I tell you, USA Today, that place is a weekly reader of journalism. It's kind of, you know what USA Today is like? It's kind of like, you know, when you go to the dentist's office and they have highlights for children. That's kind of what USA Today is. You know, no big words, lots of pictures, short stories. Goofus and Gallant are Paul Ryan and Nancy Pelosi. I don't even know how that thing can call itself a newspaper. Anyways, let's move on to the important things. A letter that I got from a viewer. I retired early, November 2017, and took my Social Security at age 63. A good friend of mine in Denver drives for Uber and encouraged me to sign up and drive for some easy income. He makes $20 to $30 an hour every evening. Now his earnings are starting to drop, and that is the gist of this story. People were encouraging friends to drive when they were making $20 to $30 an hour. Remember my videos back when I was pulling in $25 to $35 an hour with Uber Eats? Let's continue to read what this viewer has to say. I've been driving for Uber now for 1 year. When I first started, I was being paid 94 cents a mile and averaging $16 to $18 an hour. So not the 20 to 30 his friend is making, but he is in, I believe, Salt Lake City. It says SLC. The only thing I can figure out, SLC must be Salt Lake City, right? So different cities are going to make a difference. Still, $16 to $18 is in that $17 minimum. Or is it? Because now you're not looking at all of the expenses, vehicle depreciation, all of that. To get a handle on that, I guess you can go with that 54 cents a mile that the government says it takes to operate a vehicle. We'll come back around to that in a minute. 6 months, so he said he was that he was being paid 94 cents a mile and averaging $16 to $18 an hour. 6 months later, Uber lowered their driver pay to 71 cents a mile. That's quite a drop, right? 71 from 95, that's 23 cents a mile. That's almost a third, right? Certainly not, well, it's 25% from the 94 cents. About 3 months ago, Uber lowered its driver pay to 58 cents a mile. Now we're down to like 40% less than when he started a year ago. Now I'm averaging $9 to $10 an hour. Uber offers no promotions in SLC. That's where I'm assuming in Salt Lake City. I signed up for Lyft 5 months ago hoping to lower my waiting time for requests. Nope, it's ridiculous how many Uber and Lyft drivers there are in the greater SLC area. At nearly all hotspot pickup areas in town, there are commonly 6 to 10 drivers within a 1 mile radius waiting for a request. So now we have lowering pay, oversaturation of drivers because you have multiple companies competing. We'll talk about that in a minute. I gave up on the airport after my last wait of 45 minutes earned me $7 for a trip to a downtown hotel. The Burger King down the street is paying $11 an hour. Now, if that's what's happening with drivers, I understand a lot of us, myself included, are finding ways to continue to make this work. But it's getting more and more difficult. When I'm looking at pay drops like this decreases, and when we talk about oversaturation, we want there to be competition. But the more competition, isn't that going to be more cars waiting and more saturation in the market? Or are we assuming that more competition is going to siphon off drivers from Uber and put them on another platform? It's going to be tough to start up a new rideshare business. Uber has such a strong foothold Uber is omnipresent. Uber has broken into pop culture. You see references to Uber on popular TV shows. There was just a parody video out. You know how everyone's saying that Baby It's Cold Out is sexist, and someone put out a video where he's going out of its way. I think it's called Baby Just Go Out instead of Baby It's Cold Out. Anyways, they talk about it. Uber is waiting outside for you. So Uber has just become ubiquitous. It's so saturated in society. I think it's going to be really tough to crack that egg. The other thing is, as more and more drivers start making less and less money, what do you suppose is going to happen? Are more and more drivers going to drop out? Meaning, those of us who know what we're doing are going to make more money because there's going to be less competition? I kind of doubt it. Uber has always been perceived as this extra little bit of income, the sideline, and the majority of Uber drivers are not full-time people who do this for a living. And I suspect that most of those people are suffering as well. So what direction is this going to take? We talk about this with that initial public offering that's coming up. We don't know when, but it's coming up. They're going to want to show a profit, and show a profit fast. How do you do it? How much lower can you make driver rates? And how much more can you start to charge riders before the whole system starts to collapse? I don't know. People are also asking, well, we'll talk about this next thing that people are asking in my follow-up segment, because I want to talk about one more thing, and that's that driver rewards are down. When I'm talking about referral rewards. And Uber must have sent out a mass emailing last week. I assume a lot of you got it. You can let me know down below. But I have been hearing from a lot of you sending me screenshots about what their driver referral rate is now. One person sent me one, and it was $10. $10 to refer a rider. Those used to be hundreds of dollars. I got one, $50. I used to refer people for $350. Now they're telling me, woohoo, go out and refer people, Mark, we'll give you $50. I mean, still, $50 is $50. I'm not going to turn it down. But then they put restrictions on. You can't put it on websites. You can't put it on your YouTube videos. You can't put it on a business card. You can't put it anywhere. You can only invite friends. Well, I'm not going to have that whole discussion. You can go back to that video and watch it. But it sounds like they're doing everything they can to make it look like, oh, aren't we being good to drivers? But they constantly cut back on everything. Now, I know a lot of you are saying, Mark, why are you becoming so negative? I'm not becoming negative. I'm reporting what's happening. How can I report this otherwise? Last year, my referrals were $350. Now they're $50. Last year, I could accept referrals on my website, on my YouTube channel, by passing out a business card. Now it's only for friends. If that's what's really happening and that's what I report, I don't know how I can put a silver lining on those things. It's hurting drivers. And I don't want to be, this negative Nelly. I really don't. But I'm just reporting the facts.
We just got a letter. 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 Wonder who it's from.
All right, now we are going to do the new segment. I haven't come up with a name for it yet, but it's where I read viewer comments. And one of these I may have read before, but it's so funny I'm going to read it again because I don't remember. This first one comes from the video, Why Riders Are Right and Why Uber May Be Doomed to Fail. This guy is an Uber employee and paid for. Screw Uber for screwing drivers all these years and stealing their hard-earned money. Where do people get the idea that I work or am subsidized by Uber? I wish that were the case. Now everybody, see, this is what I get a kick out of. I really get a charge out of this. On one side of the equation, people say, why are you so down on Uber? And on the other side, people say, you're an employee and you're bought and paid for. Next one says, stand where the address is or stand where the ping is. Case closed. And if you remember, in that video, I was standing where the address and the ping was, but the car wasn't. Also, what if the pin dropped and the address are two different places? Because that's what's happening. I made my request from the address, and then it dropped the pin around the corner, so I went to wait where the pin was. You know, it's easy to say case closed, but if the app doesn't agree with your statement there, what can you do about it? Now, this is one I think I may have mentioned before, but I'm going to read it again anyways because I find it amusing. This man is ignorant. I do my best for everyone, and most customers are demanding and cheap. Generalizations kill us, everybody. Try not to generalize. You want better services. You will pay more. The video is ignorant, and this man is ignorant. This guy is starting to sound like the soup Nazi. No soup for you. The app is cheap. It makes me wonder, why are you watching the channel and why are you driving for Uber? Man, you're going to have a heart attack and an ulcer and high blood pressure. And that is the only reason it's successful. Stop complaining and tell Uber to pay the driver more. I can't believe whose self-centered man you are. I don't think I'm self-centered. And Uber give you the option to manually enter. Please stop your stupid video because you are ignorant. You want a limo for $2.60. I don't want a limo. I want what's expected. I want if the pin drop is here and I'm here, I don't think it's unreasonable to expect the car to be here as well. I like how you say customer rather than passengers. I like that too. I think if we become customer-centered, it might change our perspective just a smidgen. Okay, the next one comes from how to get a free car to drive for Uber. Got it in LA. This is talking about this new offer they're doing, the rollout where you can rent those cars for $5 an hour with insurance, pre-branded with Uber brands, and it already has phone holders and chargers in it. Get in the car, drive for an hour for $5. Whatever you make minus the $5 is yours. It's essentially how it works. Got it in LA. No Quest or Boost promotions available while using GetAround. GetAround, that's the name of it. While using GetAround. Now that's interesting. Why would they cut out the Boost and Quests? For a full-time driver, Hertz is better because it's $200 a week and with promotions and cheaper. What about insurance? That's the thing that would bug me. Now the other thing, and I'm going to get to it in a minute, is it really cheaper? So we'll talk about it. Some things are too good to be true. Rideshare rental. The price is 4 times what I pay for my car insurance, for my car and insurance total. Yeah. Now here's the thing. That's if you're out driving full time. If you're driving full time, yeah, I'd agree. You know, if you're $200 a week, if insurance is covered, and if you're doing 8 hours a day at $5 an hour, that's $40 a day. So let's see, 40 is 80 is 160 for 5 hours. It's a wash. It's a wash. $200 a week or 5 8-hour days are the same, assuming the insurance is covered. Now the other thing is, of course, if you have your rental vehicle, your Hertz for $200, you have more freedom of hours. You know, you can take it home at night. You don't have to drop it off somewhere. You can drive longer than the 8 hours if you want. So yeah, there's benefits if you're going to drive full time. Part-time drivers maybe are just doing it on the weekend. Hey, maybe it's better to grab that $5 an hour vehicle. There are other drawbacks though. Do you get a tax break? $5 an hour, how much at the end of the month? Sure, you get a tax break, but it's limited to $5, right? Whatever you pay to rent that vehicle is a write-off. Doesn't mean it's free, it just means it's a write-off. You don't get taxed on that amount. So yeah, you do get a write-off, but it's only going to be limited to that $5 rental and the gasoline. So your Disney videos are better than your Uber videos. I agree. Go to my other channel. I think my other channel is far more entertaining. The Average Me channel. I think that was supposed to be a cut against my channel. But I agree. I think that Average Me is a better channel. It's a smaller channel. I hardly have any subscribers on there. But hey, you heard it. You heard it from a reliable source. Now, I don't just do videos about Disney over there. I do some. Okay, under that logic, now I made a point about something like, $5 an hour is better than a sharp stick in the eye. And someone said, under that logic, charge $100 per hour, which is better than a flesh-eating virus on your genitals. Okay, first of all, it's not logic. It's a figure of speech. Second of all, if they'll rent it for $100 an hour, absolutely. I don't think you're going to get $100 an hour for your car. And finally, this last one was just one of these kind of sticking points with me. It's one of these things that irritate me a little bit. And here is how it went. And this person is posting on all my videos. They're posting this. One or two of them may snuck through, but I'm pulling them. Here's what it says. You've heard the rumors. Get the facts. Blank website launches Monday, December 17th, 2018. If you're going to come to my channel just to try to spam and pull my viewers away to another website, you're not getting space. I blocked that person. Now, had they come to me and said, hey, Mark, we've got this thing that's rolling out. Would you like to do a video on it? I might have even interviewed them. I might have promoted them. But when you come through the back door like that and you try to spam my comments, no. That is not allowed. People used to do that a lot back when Uber was allowing the referral codes to be used. And they would come in and say, sign up with my referral code. And I know they were doing that to all channels. I heard that from Cecily at Drive Girl Drive. I heard that from Kevin at The Entrepreneur. Mike, your driver Mike did that. I don't know if I heard from Aaron or not, but I didn't talk to Paul about it either. But a lot of Uber tubers have been having that same issue. And that is just low down and dirty. And I think you will find out, if you're a person that does this, why don't you try to approach us and say, we've got a great new idea and we will probably partner with you. But if you start spamming my comments, no, you're gone. You just lost your opportunity to get any visibility on this channel whatsoever. Well, you made a choice, right? Am I coming down too harsh on that? Let me know. Leave your comments down below. And finally, that Uber is heading for a crash. And I have no idea what happened with that video. It was crazy. Most of my videos get 1,000 views, maybe 1,500. That video, it was up for 3 hours, had 15,000 views. Last time I checked, it was over 30,000 views. By far, the most popular video I've ever put out. I have no idea why. There's nothing different about it. It doesn't even have a fancy thumbnail. Anyone know why that video took off? Because I'd like all my videos to get 30,000 views. But anyway, Uber is heading for a crash. Here's the question. Where is all the money going? A lot of people have said that. They don't believe that Uber isn't making money. I can tell you where the money is going. Number one, they advertise like crazy. Walk into any ballpark and you're going to see Uber advertised on, the giant lit up, I don't even know what to call them anymore, but the scoreboards, you're going to see them on little scoreboards all the way around the stadium. You're going to see them plastered on billboards inside. You're going to see them on commercials. Uber, you're going to see them on, maybe even on this channel when you watch YouTube. Uber advertises like crazy. The other place the money is going, it's all the crazy research and development in weird ideas like drones delivering your food and flying cars. They're putting so much money in that it's like, money in, money out. In my mind, I understand how you want to stay ahead of the game, but why not just get a good, strong foothold in rideshare and make that a profitable enterprise? Why not do that? Why do you have to own everything? If I have a real successful chain of pizza restaurants, Pizza Hut maybe, do I have to start branching out and try to be the best taco place in the world and try, or not the best, but the biggest, have the most taco places? And do I have to have the most Indian restaurant and the most Greek restaurants? And now while I'm at it, I'm going to start doing things that are completely unrelated to restaurants, right? Now I'm going to have grocery stores. That's what Uber's doing. That's where their money's going. I think when you try to be the jack of all trades, you're a master of none. And I suspect that's where Uber's money is going. And if they want to stay ahead of the game, they might be, and I'm saying might, I don't know, I'm not on the inside of that business, right? I'm not in their inner circle. But they might be better suited to concentrate on rideshare. It's the only source of revenue they have right now. The only one. I know you have to look at the future, but at some point, you have to look out for right now as well. So those are my comments, kids. Go ahead, let me hear what you have to say. As always, I encourage you to like, share the videos, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. And remember what Joe said, my Disney videos are better. So head over to the Average Me channel. Thanks everyone, I'm Mark with Uber Hints.